Os Toasters são uma das mais famosas bandas de ska dos Estados Unidos. Eles estão na ativa desde 1981.
How many albums do you have?
I'd say 15 or 16. If you count a Christmas album, that's 17. But I don't know, I'd have to think about that.
And do you remember all of the songs?
No. Well, I remember them, but could I pick up a guitar and play them? Possibly not. I'd have to go in the back and rehearse for a couple of minutes first.
And have you ever forgot some songs on stage?
Sure, but hasn't everybody? But the trick is just you carry on regardless. I make up a lot of new lyrics all the time.
O combo é capitaneado pelo guitarrista e vocalista Bucket. E eu encontrei os caras fazendo compras na Galeria Ouro Fino, aqui em São Paulo.
What do you remember from your last passages in Brazil?
Well, the thing I remember the most was actually Paraty. It's probably the most beautiful place on the planet, but it was fantastic down there. But Sao Paulo, I love it. The people are great. Good food, good music, good attitude. So we're very happy to come back to Brazil for time number 3.
Why did you decide to record a Live in Brazil album?
Well, that's a funny story because we didn't decide to record it. We played a show outside in a park. I can't remember the name, but it was a big park outside with a stage. And this was in 1999. And then 4 years later, we get a packet in the mail from the sound guy at the show who forgot that he'd recorded the show on tape. And we're like, wow, that's the show in the park. And it was so well recorded that we made a CD, the Live in Brazil CD from 2003. The problem now is with digital download and the piracy rate, which I'm sure in Brazil is kind of like Spain, 97%. It's impossible for a musician to live by selling recorded music. So the only way for a musician to survive now is by playing out live, which in my mind is what it should be anyway. But
You are already getting rich, right? Because you have a lot of shows, a lot of work.
This is one of the, and it's not because I'm in the band. Even before I was a part of it, this is probably the hardest working band that I know of.
If you ask somebody in the street, maybe he doesn't even know what is ska. Is ska very well known by the mass in the United States?
in the US, maybe 10 years ago, ska was in the mainstream, as it was in England. But then, it's going to come again, because it always does, and maybe the next wave of ska will be in South America. Well, I looked in my crystal ball and it says, come to South America, so that's what we're going to do. 2 gigs to pay the rent and 1 gig to feel good, and this is the gig to feel good. Sao Paulo, Brazil.
They don't like it, they take you away. You never even listen what they gotta say. They're living down in the street. Come on, boys, it's inside.